Welcome everyone to our channel. Have you ever thought whether Hindus believe in one God or many gods? Today we will explore the concept of God in Hinduism. However, the idea presented in this video is I have understood through the analysis of religious scriptures. If this concept offends you in any way, please forgive me. In today's video, we will discuss 1. The reasons behind the idea of multiple gods. 2. The concept of one God as described in Hindu scriptures. 3. Understanding the idea of God through some examples. 4. The problems arising in contemporary Hindu society due to the misinterpretation of this concept. 5. A simple explanation of God's nature through an incident from the life of Swami Vivekananda. So, let's begin. There are many reasons why the idea of multiple gods emerges. For example, during the Kurukshetra war, Lord Krishna revealed his Vishwarupa, or universal form, to Arjuna. In this form, all the gods were seen as present within him. This incident reminds us that Lord Vishnu is the supreme God. Similarly, in Shiva Purana, it is mentioned that Lord Shiva is eternal, omnipresent, and the fundamental force of the universe. The scripture describes his infinite form and his powers of creation, destruction, and preservation in great detail. According to this scripture, Lord Shiva is the supreme God. Additionally, when Mahishasura told goddess Durga that she was created by the power of all gods, she responded, "I am not created by the power of the gods. Rather, I am the Adi Shakti, the primordial energy. The power present within the gods is actually a part of me." This is a fundamental statement from the second chapter of Sri Sri Chandi, which also raises questions about the concept of one supreme God. Our religious scriptures also provide evidence for the idea of one supreme God. For example, in the Rig Veda, one of the primary scriptures of Sanatan Dharma, it is said, "Truth is one. The wise describe it by different names." Here, truth refers to God, and this verse clearly emphasizes the concept of one supreme God. Furthermore, the Upanishads state that the entire universe is filled with Brahman, which also reflects the idea of one God. Let's understand the concept of one God using the example of fire. Have you ever closely observed fire? Suppose a massive fire breaks out in a building and a small spark from that fire falls onto another structure. Interestingly, that small spark can ignite a new large fire. Now, the question arises, why is there no difference between the massive fire and the small spark? The answer lies in the inherent quality of fire, known as burning power. Both the massive fire and the small spark possess the same burning power. However, this power is manifested in different magnitudes. This analogy relates to the concept of supreme God, as we know that gods and goddesses are essentially manifestations of the supreme God's energy. In this comparison, if we consider fire, its burning power represents supreme God, while the gods and goddesses are like sparks of that divine energy. Let's delve even deeper. To understand the concept of supreme God, we need to distinguish between two types of power: divine power, or Daivik Shakti, supreme power, or Aishwarya Shakti. Divine power refers to the individual powers possessed by different gods, which they need to fulfill their respective duties. For example, Lord Brahma is the creator, Lord Vishnu is the preserver, Lord Shiva is the destroyer. Each of them requires specific powers to carry out their responsibilities, and these individual powers are known as divine power, or Daivik Shakti. On the other hand, supreme power, or Aishwarya Shakti, refers to the absolute energy of the entire universe, which belongs to the supreme God. While divine power is limited, supreme power is infinite, as it originates from supreme God himself. This supreme power resides within all gods, and they manifest it when necessary. Now let's try to find a simple solution to the confusion regarding multiple gods based on these two types of power. When Lord Krishna revealed his Vishwarupa to Arjuna, he was not displaying his divine power, but rather the supreme power within him. That is why all gods and goddesses appeared within his form. Similarly, the previously mentioned references to Mahadeva and goddess Durga can also be explained using this principle. By understanding this distinction, I believe you will be able to interpret the concept of God in all religious scriptures. Due to the misinterpretation of this concept, it is easy to see the consequences of not understanding the correct explanation of Supreme God. For example, religious figures from other faiths have misinterpreted the concept of Supreme God in Hinduism, leading many Sanatanists to convert to another religions. Many others, failing to find a proper answer, have also left Hinduism. Swami Vivekananda, like many of us, had the question, who is Supreme God? Can God be seen? He could not find an answer until he met Sri Ramakrishna. When he asked this question, Sri Ramakrishna replied, "Yes, I have seen him. I see him just as I see you." Here, he was referring to the presence of God within all living beings. Swami Vivekananda was deeply moved by this answer and accepted Sri Ramakrishna as his guru. We all know how this realization transformed his life. He later spread the concept of Supreme God in the form of all living beings and conquered the hearts of people across the world. Now imagine, if he had not found a proper understanding of this concept and had converted to another religion instead, would he have been able to use his knowledge to inspire and enlighten the world? Actually, the concept of God in Hinduism is like a deep forest. However, I can give you a simple answer. If someone asks you, "Where is God?" you should reply, "Where is God not? God exists everywhere around us." That very God is not elsewhere but resides within our bodies as the Jivatma or soul. So, let us all, as Sanatanists, feel the presence of God in every living being and not give others the opportunity to misinterpret our religion. If you like this explanation, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Namaskar.